Oh, it's set to private. Hold on. Unlisted. Public. There it is. And now we wait for some idiot to say first.
Where people were getting on the bus. Amazing.
Tails! Knuckles! Wait for me!
Are you ready? Where are we? Oven mitts on her hands.
On the bus. Wearing aprons and
That's the same.
stove. Wearing apron. And oven mitts on her hands.
Ah, shit, dude, there's people now. Right. Internet historian is goat. That means game of the year, right? Is that a reference to something else? Sonic the Hog. This makes me sick. Quality content. Thank you. I try very hard. Holy fuck, there's like 1,000 people. Some of you leave. There's too many people here. Trying to relax. Oh shit, some people did. I'm paying leave by. Oh, thanks very much, man. Giddy apple. Cheers. Yeah, in the lore of Sonic, I don't know if you know this, but the father was a hedgehog and the mother was the only female member of the Blue Man group.
Oven mitts on her hands. Sonic did not care. He was late.
Right, so we need a zoom effect there. Very subtle effect here. Because it's almost too zoomed in already. There's a bug going on with Premiere Pro at the moment where if you don't also set out the position coordinates, the scaling coordinates don't do anything. So you can't just zoom at the point, at the original anchor point. You actually have to set a slightly different, like left or right or vertical position. It's really annoying. But seriously, dude, what inspired you to start making this channel? The second channel, it was supposed to be just a shitposting channel, and then people started actually looking at it, and I thought, oh, I better put some effort in. And also, we did the Maya model video, and the first one got quite a lot of views, but the second one didn't do as well, so I think it sort of split the audience a bit. So rather than just giving people stuff that more of what they didn't want, figured let's do let's put all that stuff on the second channel. But originally it was like little shit posts and like things that took a day to make, or in the fields, which started out taking like 3 days, and then of course it takes a week, and then production value increases and increases, and now it takes about 3 weeks to do one of those too. Oh dude, Jeff the Killer. I just listened to Jane the Killer last night. It is so bad. It is worse than Jeff the Killer. We're absolutely doing that one. It's a very rich lore, but oh my god.
It's late. Sonic ran outside. Sonic ran outside.
That's actually...
Ran outside. Ran to the
Is that the very edge? Yeah.
ran outside. Ran to the
Where is that? Okay, so if I take that... Is there a reason that overlaps? It's just more intensity. Yeah, same difference. So what I want is, because Sonic starts out in the middle of the screen here, right? But then he kind of fucks off to the right, and we don't want him to do that too much. We want to follow him, because it becomes too much effort after a while to have people looking around the screen all the time. So we're just going to have the camera follow him a little bit more with zooms. Right, so it ends there. I could nest this whole thing, but then it really lags. Run, jump, doesn't matter what the title is. Oh, shit. Shit. Have I been rendering in 25 frames the whole time? Whoops. Alright, questions. Oh shit, there's also lovely people who have sent me money and stuff, and I've ignored them. Joe on a boat. Hello, thank you for making your YouTube. I enjoy it. Thanks very much. Thank you for watching. Rasmus Nylander. SEK. What the hell is that? But thank you very much. Are you gonna put Shadbase's version of Sonic on this? Oh my god, please do. Hold on. Let me just have a look. I don't know what that is. Okay, after Googling it, I sort of know what that is. Probably not, sorry. Most of the stuff's already locked in. Douglas Thomas, you're doing the Lord's work, internet story. Thank you very much. Rocky Bar, g'day mate. Say this for me in an Oz accent. Yeah, g'day mate. Yes, be like that. It's all through the nose. Cheesy Puffs, God has left us. Holy shit, man. 1,300 people. Get a life. What program do you use? This is all Adobe. Okay, so... Oh, right, you can't see what I'm doing on the left screen. I keep forgetting. I'll just narrate it. So I blinded this layer, and then I rendered everything out. And then I throw this back into the timeline. And then what we do is... And then we can zoom it just a touch more. Okay. Oops. So then it should look like... Yeah, it doesn't make much of a difference. Then with the effect...
People were getting on the bus. Amazing.
Tails! Knuckles! Wait for me!
Said Sonic as he ran towards the bus.
Yeah, so in answer to the earlier question, Duty, I don't know how to pronounce this, but it feels wrong. Am I going to put Shad Vase's version of Sonic? No, but I will have a look at what that is. Stu Thor, even my dad laughs his ass off at your videos. He's 60 years old. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Tell Dad I said hey. Ashton Sampson, here's $2. Spend it wisely. Thank you. I will. I'll buy 30 paper cups, and then... Oh, you know what? Yeah, that would be just perfect. I went to a festival last week, and I bought a toy gun, and I've got it here in the office. It fires these things. You know, like those little bubbles that you throw in the garden, and they're like 5% gelatin and like 95% water, and slowly they leach their water into the soil. Anyway, it fires smaller, harder versions of those, and so the house is covered in them now. And if I buy a whole bunch of stuff for target practice, I will have spent that money wisely. Admiral Squat Bar, anything new with the Windu saga? I think it's pretty much over. Seems like Shire's lot has really given up, and the flag has kind of torn itself apart over time. It seems like a cheap nylon or cotton flag, and over time, you have that thing flying in the breeze, especially if it's got a small tear, it'll just unravel itself. Nelson Rayleigh, my dad loves your videos too. You have dad appeal. Thanks very much. Yeah, I get a lot of messages saying me and my dad watch these videos. It's really nice. I should tell my dad what I do, then I can show my videos to him. Eli Neiman, for an IH video, do one on Woodstock 2019 because I think it's interesting. That was the one that was like a whole bunch of creators were announced, and then a whole bunch of musicians were announced, and then none of them were actually officially lined up, and the whole thing got cancelled, right? Roger Roberts, hey, can you do a video about the birth of 4chan? Maybe. I've seen a couple of videos on that already. They do it quite well. I'll think about it if I can find something really interesting. David B, when did you start editing seriously, and are you largely self-taught? Has any editor or content creator in particular influenced your style? No, like the Battletoads video I made was the very first video I've ever edited, and I just started, and then when I ran into a roadblock, I'd Google it or look up a YouTube video, and because of that, though, because I don't have any sort of professional training, a lot of the shortcuts, a lot of the features that I should know about, I don't. And I think it actually makes me a bit slower. And things like the media bar I never use. I just open stuff from folders. But I actually think that's better. And the British Tin Dog. I was designing a Lego model of the Lotus E-Spirit when it dropped. When this dropped, enjoy the photo. Thanks very much. Man, I haven't played with Lego in so long. It'd be fun now to get just one of those big ones. I sometimes see them in the in like a Kmart. They have those life-size ones. They're supposed to advertise Lego. I'd love to have one of those in the house. Oh, weird. I just got an email notification that this video is live. When did I start doing that? Okay, back to the fucking video.
Getting on the bus. Amazing.
Tails! Knuckles! Wait for me!
Dead, Sonic.
This is a bit clunky, so that's fine. That shouldn't be shifting around as much as it does.
Dead, Sonic. Dead, Sonic. Dead.
I just love listening to... This is Frederick Knudsen, by the way, if you can't pick up the voice. He does an uncanny Sonic impression.
Tails! Knuckles! Wait for me!
You can hear him trying not to laugh. Right, so I gotta hide this layer. Then endpoint, outpoint. Yeah, I mean, I've still not figured out how to do After Effects, and I'm still actually working on really basic editing techniques. I just layer the hell out of them. Bus stop, zoom one. That's interesting. Is this whole fucking timeline set at 25 frames? Bloody hell. It is too. Whoops! I've done the whole project wrong slightly. Yep. Where's the dashboard? Where's the people? Fucking hell, there's nearly 2,000 people. Any plans on the Storm Area 51 thing currently going on? Yeah, good question, Rough Seas. I couldn't think of a good, new angle on it. I thought... I'm working on a video on our place at the moment. That's going to take a while. I thought about dropping everything and doing Area 51, but I think a lot of people are doing that as well. I suspect it might be one of those things that's more interesting to follow up on in a couple of years. There might be a whole bunch of internal documents leaked that, maybe the guys in the military were, had drafted a whole bunch of protocol. What to do if someone actually managed to breach the gate? Are they supposed to open fire or not? Some of those little details, I thought. Yeah, it depends. It depends. For comedic factor, though, I think Grande or Flying Kitty, I think they'll end up probably doing a better job on it. Mr. Panda, how much of this Sonic High School story needed to be cut? This is only chapter 1 to 3. We tried to record more of it, and it just got way too long. This is a 22 chapter story, so This would end up being 3 hours long. This is only 22 minutes, I think. So I'm trying to keep everything around that length, which is, I think, an intuitive length for people. 22 minutes is standard television broadcast length, so people feel comfortable with it. Making people sit for like 3 hours, a bit much. And also, it'd take 2 years to produce. Ollie 3, this is my pocket money. I have no use for it, so enjoy whatever £5 is in Aussie dollars. Absolutely love the videos, by the way. Always brings me back. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Man, you don't need to give me your pocket money and stuff. And if you have questions for me in the chat, you don't need to send me super chats and stuff. Just send me @ so I can see the little orange tag in there. It'll stand out. But thank you very much. It is very much appreciated. Kobe V or Kobe the Fifth. Thank you very much. Roger Roberts again. Did you get demonetized yet? I worry about that given your content. Actually, you know, the demonetization gods have been pretty good to me. I mean, you know, there were a couple adpocalypses, and usually I'll lose a few videos here and there. But overall, I can't really complain. Miles Rollard, my girlfriend loved my Immortal. Your editing is great, by the way. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I'd like to go back and remaster the part 1. Like, part 2 and part 3, it's obvious how much better the editing is in those. And so or maybe even contract someone out to redo some sections of part 1 and then release the whole thing as a on Blu-ray DVD. Eli Neiman. To be fair, Windu was not going to last that long. Since the Epstein incident. Also, yes, that Woodstock 2019. I don't understand this Windu thing, but okay. I killed Epstein, by the way. Gerald Delgado. When is this coming out? I'm getting blue balls. This should be out tomorrow. This is the final render replace. There's only a couple of things left to sort out. Federal Reserve has committed treason. Jesus, I shouldn't have read that aloud. Do a video on the history of the Federal Reserve. I don't know. Anything too political, I just want to keep away from. I don't think people find it that fun, and there's some conspiratorial stuff in there. I've seen that one like cartoon video, and I just happen to know that a lot of it's wrong. Revelation Neo. What gave you the idea to do Internet Historian? I don't know. I was searching for a video on Battletoads, and I thought someone would have come up with the story in like a compact, concise way, and no one had. So I thought, oh, I'll do it. And then I wanted to be anonymous, so I stole someone else's face, and that's basically it. Soviet American Cat, Lightwood Laminate. Solidarity, my dude. Surely Exploding. What if I want to send a super chat? Also, thoughts on the spread of Fallout 76 video. Seems like it got posted. Seems like it gets posted whenever that game gets brought up. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that video really fucking took off. I've got one planned for No Man's Sky as well, which is nice because it's had a happy ending. I'm not sure if you've seen all the updates to No Man's Sky, but it's a fantastic game. Well, it is now, and they've just released their new version, which is like 16 to 32 person multiplayer, VR compatible, all this sort of stuff. It's crazy good. But yeah, thoughts on the spread of that video. I will just say one thing about it, although I don't want to like. I'm trying to think how to phrase this. Outside of official trailers for the Fallout 76 game, on the topic Fallout 76, that's now the biggest video. So So that means that there's a very good chance that someone fairly high up at Bethesda has seen that. So I do apologize. Honestly, I love the longer videos because it's something I can watch like a movie and get a bowl of popcorn and chill. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's hard to sort of get excited for, you know, a 5-minute video. Some people do it very well, but I always look forward to the longer videos, and so it takes me longer to make these, but you know, I think it's worthwhile. All right, I got to get back to editing.
Wait for me.
All right, so this is the point of focus. Don't need that one.
Wait for me.
Said Sonic as he ran towards the bus.
Wait for me.
Said Sonic as he ran towards the bus.
Hey, Knuckles, it's Sonic.
I think we should add like a bit of a blur effect. I'll do that later.
Hey, Knuckles, it's Sonic.
Said Tails to Knuckles at the bus stop.
He is late.
Said Knuckles to Tails before getting on the bus. Sonic ran so fast to the bus, and he got...
And then in there, out there. Big zoom. How's the music volume? Too high? Too low? Good?
so fast to the bus, and
That's way better.
he got on the bus after Tails.
Just in.
Right, this is okay. So one of the reasons I thought let's do this as a live stream is because I can crowdfund some of my lack of creativity. So there's this section here, which is let me pause the music. Okay, it goes like this.
After Tails,
Just in time.
said Sonic, huffing and puffing like
Right. The line is, said Sonic, huffing and puffing like he was doing the Cupid shuffle for the first time. Now, the the ever so subtle meaning of that is he means having sex for the first time, right? And so ignore this dance move,
shuffle for the first.
but I need something to go in its place, because otherwise it's just sort of staring at Sonic for a good 10 seconds straight. Well, 6 seconds. You see what I mean? So the problem is we can't lose the metaphor. But I've got absolutely no idea what should go here. Callan Toynton? Please notice me, I'm getting depressed. So more parts of on Sonic High School. Yes, if people really like it, we'll do part 2. Chapter 1 to 3 wraps up nicely because it's got like a whole story arc that kind of finishes at the end of chapter 3, so we limited it to that. Godot times 7. Any chances for a Christian Chandler video later? I don't think so. I think that's been done to death. I know a lot of people find it very interesting, but everyone from Frederick Knudsen did a pretty comprehensive video on it, and that was really good. And PewDiePie did a video on it as well. And I don't know. I think everyone's sort of jumped aboard that train now. Anthony, but it doesn't need another one from me. Also, I don't have any sort of new interesting take on it. I don't really follow the guy. I know of him, and he does his thing. Emmett Kennedy. Hey bro, love your content, and I can't wait for future videos. P.S. My mum loves your videos about Hunt for the Flag. Keep it up. Thanks very much. Tell your mum say hey. Roger Roberts. Last money I can throw away. I was wondering if you lost the game. I have now. Well done. Van Ebster. An alligator with a GPS called a navigator. I like that. Wasn't there something like that from that in the field where it's like just a live stream of photoshopping? There's an alligator who's in a high vis vest. Tim H. Lightwood laminate. Hilarious username. Oh, I remember from last time. How's it going? God damn it, why you gotta stream now? I have to get ready for school. Oh, well, so does Sonic. Hold on, we need music. Yeah, so I need something for the Sonic Cupid Shuffle. Scrolling. Here's some music while I scroll. Visual metaphor of... Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking as well. Or sort of something zoomed in on his face.
For the first time.
Yeah, I was thinking... How do you do like a sexy cartoon face? FLX45. My man, my meme, my guy. Keep up the good stuff. Thanks very much. You too. Cesario Japan? Or JPN at least. Are there any topics you flat out refuse to do? I'd like to see you try Zoe Quinn and her Catalyst and Gamergate with your research and commentary. Yeah, I try to keep away from a lot of the political stuff where I can, just because it's everywhere, and I'm sick of it, and I think, people watch a lot of content to escape from it, so I try to avoid, at least more so these days, try to avoid anything politically charged. Anything that's too tragic, or a bit too personal, because I don't actually like upsetting people. Like I feel bad in some ways about like the Harold camping episode because, you know, he's got family and he's sort of known in the wider community. I don't want people to feel bad. But yeah, I don't know. There's a few topics. I get a lot of topics DM'd to me, and there's a lot. I just have to be like, ooh. Duty Kun, is that how I'm supposed to say it? Cut the scene to Sonic on vacation in Cuba. Cut the scene to Sonic on vacation in Cuba, smoking a fat cigar and shuffling cards before It's too much. No, that's too much of like a Family Guy jump cut. I don't think it'll work. Alexander DeVoe. Ein Minuten bitte. Give him a cigarette. Alexander DeVoe, thank you very much. Navi Elib XD. Exactly, my dude. João Pedro Rebello, give him a cigarette. I believe they call it a cigarillo. No, I don't think Sonic's old enough to smoke. Alyssa McCain. After it happens, are you considering Area 51? Yeah, if something goes down, I'll do a post-mortem for sure. Alexander DeVoe again. Have you considered doing a video on Ebola Chan? I don't know a whole lot about it. But maybe. Hilarious username again. Thank you very much. Opinions on Gamer from Mars taking over Amp Lemon. Dude, he's fucking great. He's secretly like 6'7" and built like a tank. I had no idea because he sits like on the floor in all his videos. He's like a secret giant, and yeah, it was really neat. Like hanging out with him. He's like he's very different in real life than how you would imagine in his videos. He's kind of like a cool surfer guy. But without the surf, because I think he lives not in a coastal place. But yeah, I don't know. I might get him to take over some of my ad stuff. FLX45 again. Goodbye kiss to all. Mwah. Mwah. Mr. Panda. Any follow-up with the My Immortal author? Yeah, good fucking point. I've been dragging my heels on that one. I will get around to it. Yeah, I think I'll do that at the same time as I try to remaster part 1. Who cares? Stitch did nothing wrong. I agree. Absolutely. Danny Trashman DeVito. Pee pee poo poo. Fucking hell, man. Truer words never spoken. Right. I want to type in like flushed cartoon face. Yeah. How do you draw like a sexy cartoon female face? Like, not one that is attractive, but you know what I mean? Like the archetype of like a sexy face, like blush cheeks and like it's like slightly closed eyes. No, this is all just porn. This isn't useful at all. Alright, well we'll start with blush cheeks, I know that much. Holy fuck, the stream chat's going fast. Alyssa McCain. Also, where did you get these mad editing skills? I don't know. I honestly just don't know that much about editing. I just do a lot of it layered. So it's like, all this is like position keys and layers and layers and layers. Someone who knew more about editing would be able to do this far more efficiently than I. Give him Belle Delphine face. That's it. That's what I'm looking for. Belle Delphine face. Not Belle Delphine Facebook. No, she's not doing... Not that Japanese word that I don't know how to say with the tongue pointing out. I just mean the... whatever. Hold on. Oh, what am I doing? And then... yeah, like I want the eyelid to sort of come across there. I don't really know how to do that. Sorta. It just looks like he's had a stroke. And then we give that the old Tenor Mojo treatment. How are the sound levels? Good. So shit. And then how do you do like a side blush? Yeah, that's good enough. Alright, what do we got? It's not enough. It needs something else. Duty. I'm telling you, just use Shadman's. Alright, let me take another look at Shadman. Shadman Sonic. Oh, I see. Right, I ended up looking at something else. um... I can't make it... No, I can't make it too overt. It's... Oh, Jesus. Todd Howard. Give him Belle Delphine face. Oh, I already read that one out. I don't know. Like, the tongue thing is too much. Like, I think it implies other things. Also, Sonic doesn't become female. I don't know. I'll take a second look, though. Dovendeth. I've seen a few rumors. The out-of-season April Fool's joke guy was banned from BlizzCon. Have you heard anything about that? No, but that would make sense considering Blizzard. Yeah, although, that said, I'm absolutely playing Classic WoW. It's either Fearless or something, or Herod. I've already got my name reserved on both. It's Net Historian and Alliance Mage. So if you guys want to also, if you ever do a video with Mr. Medica, that would be legendary. Yeah, sure. I've never really reached out, but I watch his videos. So yeah, for sure. I like his stuff. Hilarious username, Leouf. I believe that's French for your girl. Do you guys ever get those Your Play ads? Your Play is French for your girl. Wow, we went from 2,000 to 600. Yikes. Oh, hold on. I need to refresh the dashboard. Okay. So, back to Sonic. They've got the eyebrows. How do they do the eyebrows? It's kind of like up and across. It's still too big. Yeah. It's that parabola shape. I'm tempted to just cut the fucking line. No, not save, export. Sonic. Render 3. Puffing 1. Right. Then throw that in there. And then I'll show you a little bit more about what I'm doing. Hold on. So I go like... So I've got two Sonics and I want them to just be the same place. So you just go to Sonic and then you go select all, copy, and then you make an exact copy of this one. And so he's now doing the same thing, but I don't want him to be looking like that the whole time. So I just drag that over there. And then so that that transition isn't as jarring, we'll fade effect it. And then I'm going to render that out. So we select the whole scene. I need to upgrade my computer because it's taking longer and longer to render things, and I've had this one for a couple of years now. Sonic render 3 half puff, and then cut. And so you set the keyframes there, and then you zoom to what you want. Just like that. We don't need to be maybe a little more zoomed in. But I don't want it to be that fast, and I don't want no motion in the interim, so just add those there. And then stretch that along.
Said Sonic, puffing and puffing.
Yeah, that's about right.
Like he was doing the Cupid shuffle for the first time. Sonic's
Maybe just add some text over the top. It needs something else. I just don't know what. Moving on.
for the first time. Sonic sat down next to Tails, and Knuckles sat behind them, taking up both seats.
Thank you, I Emma. I closed my porn tab for this. Worth it. Alex Garibian? That should be really simple to say, but for me it's not for some reason. What is your favorite battle of the Second Punic Wars? You know what? I couldn't tell you what my favorite battle of the Second Punic Wars is, but I could tell you that of the 3 Punic Wars, the second one was my favorite. Number 3 is like a total anticlimax. What do? They just sort of destroy... what's that place? Well, it doesn't exist anymore. We don't need to know the name. And, I can't remember anything from Dan Carlin. Masked Cat. Can you make the next good Sonic... good Sonic cartoon? Okay, I thought you were saying, can you make the next Sonic cartoon good? Yeah, look, if people like this one, I'll do a part 2. But honestly, this one is just supposed to take the wind out of the sails of the Sonic movie. George Goldman. Toward your computer right away. Oh, thank you very much. No, that wasn't why I was saying it, but I do appreciate that. Yes, thank you. I will do that. Right, where are we?
Because he sat where 2 people could sit. No.
So this is pretty good in terms of... Yeah, about there.
People could sit. Knuckles did this every day, and no one bothered him. But they all knew that it... And Knuckles sat behind.
Hilarious username. Weird question, but if you were able to redesign Sonic, what would you do to him? Personally, I would make him look more like a hedgehog. Yeah. Yeah, just realistic. Not fast. A lot of them have chlamydia, don't they? They're like possums as well. Yeah, well, the first thing I'd do is give him some STDs. I would... It feels like he doesn't do anything with the spikes. Like, the notable feature about a hedgehog is its prickles. It's not the speed, because they're not particularly fast. So I don't understand why they've emphasized that. It's like having Eagle Man or something, and then you focus on its talons instead of its wings, and you go, okay. But I would give, you know what I would do? I would give him one of these bad boys. I think he'd look pretty good with that. Alright, has this video got a sponsor, XD? It does. In fact, at some point in the stream I'm going to show you the sponsor ad. It still needs a little bit of work, music, sound effects, but it's pretty much done. Nobody, when you say this is coming out tomorrow, do you mean Western tomorrow or Dingo Land tomorrow? It's Dingo Land tomorrow, which means... Yeah, within it'll be out in the next 48 hours. Crookback, gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. For the Sonic Part 2 Electric Boogaloo, can you make it a female Sonic for no reason? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, and just sort of inject all sorts of politics for no reason as well. Can we include close-ups of Sonic's feet? There are close-ups of Sonic's feet. Don't you worry, young man. In fact, it's one of the opening shots.
School.
What?
Whoa, I am late for school.
What do you think of that?
I have to get to school now.
Disgusting.
I am so bad.
Bus walking. Yeah, the side characters aren't terribly important, so I'm going to make them the focus. Oh yeah, we'll need scale as well. Yeah, once you put the motions and all the pieces in place, all it is a lot of fucking zooming and moving around. There's not a whole lot to it. Anyone else could do this as well. The difficulty level is really low. It's just very time consuming.
And Knuckles sat behind them, taking up both seats. Sat behind them, taking up both seats.
I am so bad.
Said Knuckles.
Is that zooming? No, it's not.
He sat where two people could sit. Knuckles did this every day, and no one.
Where are we? This looks like the start of YouTube Rewind 2018. Alex Garabian is pronounced Garabian. Okay. Garabian, got it. Alex Garabian, thank you very much. Shell Maurer. What kind of cult is this? I love it. I've always wanted to start a cult. It does seem fun, although there aren't that many that don't go badly for the leaders of the cult as well, and yeah. There was some stuff on Harold camping I didn't put in there as well, because I don't know how much of it was true, but it just reminded me. And so it wasn't entirely corroborated, but in Vietnam it was said that there was a doomsday prediction as well at the same time, and some of it was based off of Harold Camping's translated teachings, and a whole bunch of people sold their assets and took a bus to the top of this hill in the middle of nowhere in Vietnam, and then they caused all sorts of trouble, and then the Vietnamese police got involved, and then the army got involved, and a bunch of people got killed. But it was, I'll try and find the story, but it's really hard to corroborate. Vietnam Harold Camping. I'll find it later. But it was pretty bad. They were saying some people got decapitated and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, Harold Camping linked to huge massacre of hundreds of Hmong Christians. But it's really hard to verify this stuff. So I didn't leave it in because it's a pretty serious accusation. Anyway, back to the thing. Flash gets #1 fan. Your fans love you. $5 towards your computer upgrade. Thank you very much. Hands on Asclepius. Have you ever read the Christian Harry Potter fan fiction? No, although I've heard it's good. They basically just take all the magic stuff and throw it in the bin, right? Sneak peek of the Sonic... Oh, mains and monitors. Sneak peek of the Sonic theme cover. Yes. I've got one by... do you know Too Mad? I've got one by him, but I'm trying to figure out how to get it in. And the other is by this other guy I commissioned. I'll turn this music off.
Thinking about what he should do next, Sonic ran up the stairs really fast and down.
That should be there.
Get out of here.
Yelled Eggman.
I am Eggman, and I will have my...
Man right through his traps.
Now you are mine.
I'm giving too much away.
He's 70. Worried about. Two.
What the fuck? It's gone. I'll have to find it later. It'll be too hard to locate. But I will preview it. Yeah, so there's one by Too Mad and there's one by these other guys. The Too Mad one though doesn't have instrumentals, so I've got to figure out a way to get those while still getting around the copyright.
And parked, and they got out.
We're at school now.
Said Tails.
I love that. That might be my that might be my favorite line in the whole fucking video. Where Tails just walks into the school with the other two characters and goes, "We are at school now." It's just perfect. I am sad because of the thing that happened. Character development. What do we got here? Got school 1. Hold on, I immediately forgot how to pronounce that name. Garibian. Alex Garibian. Once again, thank you for the Bill Gate gate. Please put a tiny Rosa Parks in front of the bus. Have her driving. Thanks for the cool videos. Jesus. It's not a bad idea, though. I do like the idea of having a... maybe not on the bus, but maybe... like if they go past a park, having... because that keeps along with the Bill Gates gate theme. Navi Ilib. How long is this? It's 22 minutes. Noah W. Hey IH, are you ever going to post your stream archives? I love these, but I'm really able to catch up on them live. Love your stuff. Man, nothing interesting is going to happen in these things. You don't want to see the archive of this stuff. But I do have them. Four Orphans Productions. Thank you very much. Sometimes I figure out what to do with them, and I can use them for other content, but otherwise I don't really just want to post live streams, because I think they gunk up the catalog a bit. Maybe I'll do another in the lab.
Now, Sid Tales.
As you can see, I'm not a very good multitasker. I get distracted immediately.
We're at school now.
I think that's alright. It might be a bit fast.
We're at school now.
Sid Tales.
I think that needs to be zoomed just a little.
We're at school now.
Sid Tales.
It is time to go to class.
Sonic was also at school, so he...
Hallway walking one. Yeah, it seems such a minor detail to have the zooms, but honestly, it makes all the difference. Because if you're staring at a static image, you really start to think about what the fuck you're doing with your life and your time. But if it's slightly moving, it keeps your attention.
Sonic was also...
I could afford to zoom that a little more. Oh, there's no sound.
It's time to go to class.
Sonic was also at school, so he went to his first class of the day. English class. Sonic did not... English class.
Hands of Asclepius. I remember that there was a mass suicide for either 2011 or 2012 thing. Also, some lady on the radio was telling people to kill their kids. Holy shit. Yeah, there was one woman who tried to kill herself because she thought the world was ending. But to chalk that up to being Harold's fault, I thought would probably be a little bit unfair. But yeah, there was a whole bunch of stuff around 2011-12. Well, the whole 2012 Mayan calendar, especially. A lot of people took that seriously. I remember how many just conspiracy videos there were back then. YouTube didn't used to crack down on conspiracy videos as much as well, so they used to be recommended to everybody. And I remember seeing a few for a laugh. George Howard, don't forget the Brad Pitt pit. That's a good point. Todd Howard, if you're looking for a cult, consider selling your soul to our dear leader Jim Pickens. I can't place that name. Is that Waco? Or is that just a meme thing? Hilarious username. No, please don't remind me of English. That was always my favorite class at school, even though I used to skip most of it.
Sonic did not like English very much, but he did not like any class very much.
So you and Sonic have this in common.
Like any class very much. That was not about running and going fast, which is what Sonic does best.
Okay, so that's out. That's in. Zoom, classroom, whatever. Can you guys hear the chewing? It's not annoying, is it? Right, so I think it's probably best to start with a zoom, quite close to him, and then zooming out. I don't know why it does that. Look at this. Premiere Pro.
Sonic did not like it. Sonic did not like it.
And then it has to go to, the reset point, because
English class. Sonic did not like English very much.
it's a bit wonky, isn't it?
English class. Sonic did not like English class.
Also, it does this, so it's a setting that you can't turn off. It's called auto bezier. So if you find when you try to move something just from point A to point B, and then it likes to go on this massive detour, it's because of auto bezier. You just have to change it to linear.
English class. Sonic did not.
Oh, I hate that.
Sonic did not like. Sonic did not like English very much, but he did not like any class very much. That was not a. English class. Sonic did not like English very much, but he did not like any class very much. That was not about running and going fast, which is what Sonic does best. Sonic got to his class and said,
That'll have to do, but I think this honestly needs a bit of a Photoshop something. About English. Whoa. The tags in Premiere Pro also, it's just so badly done. So you can't, right, so you do a tag, and then you move something along the timeline, you can't get the tags to move with it. So if you've been working on something for a few hours and you've been shifting things back and forth along the timeline, you don't know where your tags were supposed to be. It's worthless. And then, okay, you can assign tags to, hold on. You can assign tags to like certain objects, but then they don't get detected properly and you have to like click through to here and like, look at me trying to click this fucking tag. It's easier to control Z out of it. So instead, I have to write a note and then I just label it mango and then I throw it in a hidden layer. The tagging system in Premiere Pro is just some of the worst design I've ever seen in a piece of software. Rough Seas, any thoughts on a video about the brony fandom? Maybe, they seem to me like a dying species though. Hilarious username, I want to masticate to you. Appreciate that.
Sonic got to his class and sat down in his seat.
Dun, 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 dun. Could we please get a random Nostalgia Critic intro into it at some point? Maybe. I don't think I've ever watched any Nostalgia Critic content. Oh, yeah. It's my, southern facing, Helix. Totally original. Don't tell Emperor Lemon. Right. What do we got? It's sitting down.
Sonic got to his class and sat down in his seat.
It is journal day.
I wonder whether people can pick out all the names in this. So who do you think's doing this voice?
It is journal day.
Sit.
Let me turn off the music.
It is journal day. Count your journals and put them in a pile, and I will read one of your entries to the class.
Oh, Dustin Shupak. You don't need to add the Zoom. I already stare at pictures all day and contemplate my life choices. Yeah, you and me both. Miles Roland, can you give Anobi a cameo in the background somewhere? Yeah, it's a good point. I did want to do... I think there's a Jeff the Killer in here somewhere. I'm pretty sure. But he's in one of the classrooms, and I've got to have one with Frederick Knudsen as well. But I haven't added that yet. Hold on, let me make a note. What are those ones? We need a... Brad Pitt. Rosa Parks. Park. And we need a... in music. Inobi. And... the English spelling of GIF.
So he went to his first class of the day, English class. Sonic did not like English very much, but he did not like any class very much that was not about running and going fast, which is what Sonic does best. Sonic got to his class and sat down in his seat.
It is.
That would work a lot better if it was zoomed more. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, in fact.
Sonic got to his class and sat down in his Sonic got to his class and sat down in his seat.
Yeah, that's better.
It is journal day.
Said Sonic's English teacher, Mrs. Lesson.
Hold on, I forgot to do something. Fucking Premiere Pro! Yeah, I can't someone cut it. Yeah, cynical reviews. Turkey Tom did one as well, but it just wasn't quite. It was really good, but it just wasn't quite right. So I want to get him in cameoing something else. But this one just felt right because it's. Yeah, I don't know. It just felt right.
Grey hair, and she was not pretty.
Take out your journals and put them in a pile, and I will read one of your entries.
Oh yeah, we've got someone suggested, what's his name? Tails Stool or something? Last time, so we got that in there. Oh, I thought Jeff was in this one.
Entries to the class.
Sonic took out his blue journal, of course it was blue, and ran out in front of everyone quickly, and put his journal on the desk, and ran back to his desk, all with his head down, and not talking or looking at anyone.
Most of that, it's fine. Might have to come back to it. Running fast in class 1. Todd Howard should be the computer teacher. I can't. No, it's got to be. It's got to be a lady. Although she's supposed to have white hair. I'm missing out on reading my Bible to watch this master live stream. Go back and read the Bible, dude. What do we got? What do we got? What did I just save that as? Am I dumb? Great, I'm dumb. I don't know what... There it is. Has anyone else got suggestions for music as well? Because this stuff's getting old. Can you add cuisine Sonic? What the hell is that? Cuisine Sonic. Yeah, I like that. That's funny. Okay. We'll see. I don't know. Sometimes when I take art inspired by other people, they get kind of shitty at it. They'll send me DMs and go, "Oh, why don't you learn what copyright is?" and all this stuff. Oh, Jesus. It's just a joke. It's just a reference. I'm not trying to claim it as mine.
All with his head down and not talking or looking at anyone.
Yeah, it's... Although everyone is already sitting down again, which they shouldn't be.
We're all with his head down and not talking or looking at anyone. Sonic was so fast that he did it.
Oh, okay. I haven't got up yet. That's fine. And then... Okay, so what I'll do sometimes, if I want to add like a facial expression, is it's fine to do the render first, and then you set all the sort of parameters and the the zooms and the position, and then afterwards you can just run in here and throw it back into Photoshop. Hold on, let me save. So I will grab the smudge. He's tiny, so nope, still too much. That looks awful. Perfect. Right, so Sonic 2, and then we throw that, we grab these coordinates, control copy, control paste, so you end up with one that's exactly like this, and then what you do is blind the rendered version. Oh, hold on, what have I done? Right, he's going to be pleased with himself at about that point, so we'll have that, transition to that there, film dissolve, just check that's right. Okay. And then you render it out. This is a fantastic tutorial. I'm not really explaining everything, just kind of mumbling into the microphone. Give that a 2. And then what you do is throw that back in. So you've now got this sort of split thing. And you should be able to take Control, select all, copy, paste, and get one exactly like that. And then select all, and then copy. Does that really not have any movement? Okay, maybe it doesn't. And then paste. And then that should have worked.
We're all with his head down and not talking or looking at anyone.
There. And then you just throw that one in the bin. Done. I haven't looked at the dashboard in about 15 minutes. Where are we? Why not a historian? She's got white hair. Yeah, it's a good point. We actually fretted over who was going to be the teacher for a long time. We had these weird like CGI ladies and a whole bunch of different ideas, but then we just went with this in the end. But she does need to have grey hair, I reckon. I learned how to mumble, thanks. Yeah, no worries, dude. Watching this on the toilet. Ah, it feels so good. Man. Thanks, dude.
And not talking or looking at anyone. Sonic was so fast that he did it first. Everyone else did it after.
Right, we need like a wow sound effect here. So if you can think of any other little things as well that you think should be in there, I'm always open to suggestions. Wow, sound effects.
And slower.
I can't do the sound effects in real time because a lot of it requires audio capture, and if I'm doing that I can't use OBS. So that all happens after.
Slower. Mrs. Lesson grabbed a journal from the pile.
Right, that's... That's probably going to change in Photoshop, but it's worth just fixing the camera angles now. Grabbed a journal one. I just name them different names so that you don't end up with double ups, because sometimes it gets confused and it goes, oh, Sonic 2, yeah, we've got one of those, and then it gives you the wrong file. Or if you've got a whole bunch of files and you're trying to find a particular one and there's 8 named Sonic 1, then you end up with problems. Right, so we only really need to be zoomed in on...
Lesson grabbed a journal from... Mrs. Lesson grabbed a journal from the pile. And Sonic knew it was his, because it...
Oh, straight up, that's supposed to be... That's supposed to be focusing on Sonic, not the teacher. Oh, shit. Okay. Do you use Mentats while editing? No, man, I get distracted constantly, and it makes me really slow. Usually some of the boys from like Linus Tech Tips or those guys, they know how to edit properly. Owen Wilson, well overlaid. With that Dutch girl saying, well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Didn't know you worked for Pixar. Yeah, well.
looked like Sonic's journal. Sonic knew this because he had written in it so...
Oh, whoops. Well, I gotta nest the nest, so that I don't have to do the coordinates twice.
many times. It was crazy. Sonic knew this because he had...
I think this needs to fade in faster. Yeah, it's a bit better.
This because he had written...
And then this one needs to fade out faster too.
written in it so...
Puppet Pal Clem. Odd you weren't around when Jeffrey Epstein died. No, straight up, man, I killed him. It was me. It's no mystery. Um, put Crash Bandicoot saying whoa. Also, what flavor is your vape? I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. Original? Really salted? I don't know. I've got a whole bunch of different flavors though. I use the pods one, and I just sort of interchange them when I get bored with one flavor. They're great though. I haven't smoked a cigarette in... must be coming up close to 6 months. I struggled with it for a while. Like, I really wanted to give it up, and found it really hard. But anyway, yeah, I found it really difficult to quit smoking, and then I tried, you know, I worked with another editor guy, and his name's Ryan, and he was into vaping, and I thought, oh, fuck it, okay, I'll try it too. And from that day, I never craved a cigarette again. It was pretty incredible. I was pretty skeptical about the whole thing until I tried it. Yeah, I think I could probably go without smoking another cigarette again in my life as long as I had this little vape thing. Do you animate in Adobe? Yeah, I guess if, like, you call this animation. It's not strictly animation, though, I don't think. Where were you when Epstein suicided? I was in his jail cell. Artium. Watching this while Arctic ice hole fishing. Very good, yes. Is that true? That can't be true. It's the middle of summer. That's a lie. Oh, anyway, this is cola flavor. Yeah, but like, yeah, no, it's a really annoying piece of advice because everybody gives it. But if I could have gone back and never tried smoking, yeah, I'd go back and never try it, because it's just it's a huge waste of money. It makes you smell bad, and yeah. Although I will say it's very social. It's like having a drink in your hand. Like, you don't need to sort of carry on a conversation all the time if you're sort of outside with a cigarette, and it's a very good regulating drug. Like, in you know, if you're hungry, it satiates you a little bit. If you're thirsty, it's the same. If you're sleepy, it makes you a little bit more alert, and the reverse as well. So it's a very good sort of micro-regulatory drug. But I do not recommend it for anyone.
He had written in it so many times, it was crazy. Mrs. Lefson opened up a totally random page, and it was the worst one she could have picked. She began to read.
Dear Journal, I called the doctor.
This is another odd bug. So this is actually set correct, I think. Yeah, so see this teacher. She's going up and down, right? It's not perfectly in time. You see her going up and down as she reads. Now this is the... oh, that's just some coloring. Weird. That's the background. Now look at the background. No coordinates, right? So the background should not move. Now close this nest. Close that nest. Now look at this. The background's moving. Why? It thinks the coordinates from the teacher also belong to the coordinates for the background. And it's like, I don't actually know how to fix this, except to just recreate the whole thing and hope the bug doesn't happen again. Well, actually, we can start by getting rid of the nest first. But yeah, Adobe is so frustrating. It's just riddled with bugs, and big ones that they just let linger as well. If there was a better alternative, I would never use them again.
She began to read.
Dear Journal, I called the...
Right, let's try that as a nest. There we go, it worked.
I have a
Shout out. Hold on. I read the comments to the title. Eduardo Ramirez. Shout out Sean Franklin. Big ups Liquid Richard. What the hell does that mean? Bretta rolled up vaping on. I'm gonna read this. Thank you though. Bretta rolled up vaping on dat OG Zorak sheet. I believe that was a quote by Hemingway. What is your favorite flavor of vape? Honestly, I just like strong flavors, and they're really hard to come by. Everything's so mild.
leave the itchiness. No creams have words. Creams only make my ball sweat smell like the breath of a thoroughbred. And I think Amy, my girlfriend, noticed. I hope my doctor calls. Love, Sonic.
Yeah, I am gonna give Da Vinci a try actually. I tell you what though, one good thing about having a large audience, except for the fact that you guys say nice stuff to me all day, that's super nice. I sort of come from a background in copywriting and marketing, and most people don't like your stuff, at least the first draft, and so it's it's really nice getting compliments. But the one good thing about having a big audience is you can complain about companies, and you know that it gets their attention. So I put out a post on Twitter basically going, fucking Adobe, it's always fucking bugs. and then I get a DM response from them and follow up and stuff, and I don't want to go through all that hassle. I just wanted to fucking fix it. But there's another company, HelloFresh. I really want to just post something about them because, man, in 2016 when I didn't have a channel, they charged my credit card like $200 for a product I never wanted or bought, and then they refused to refund it, and it was like a 2-week ordeal. And like arguments back and forth over the phone, and in the end they basically said, no, fuck you, too bad. And now I love the fact that I can just put them on blast, because they're a bad company. They're there to rip people off. So HelloFresh, don't buy from them. Puppet Pal Clem, add my waifu Sonic OC. She looks like Rouge. Only Neon Green has bigger bobs, and she's a future. Do not steal. If you do actually have some drawing somewhere, just send me it on DMs on Twitter, and I'll see if I can put it in. Kayla Donnell, are you left-handed? I am left-handed. It's left-handed day in it today. Alexander DeVoe, hey, I missed your answer to my Ebola chain question before because I had to go to the lab and add some virus to my cells. Could you repeat answer? Yeah, sorry, man. I think I gave a pretty boring answer about it. I don't know anything about Ebola chain really. Maybe I just have to kind of learn what it is first. The power of internet fame's getting to you now. Yeah, well. It's all gone straight to my head, I promise. No, it's fine. I've got a nice low self-esteem to keep me grounded.
Whoa, no! Stop reading!
Said Sonic.
Whoa, no! Stop reading!
Said Sonic. But he reacted too late because it was
No. No, actually. No, 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 no. I'm going to nest that. Yeah, that's what we want.
said Sonic.
See what I mean? Like I've added
Stop reading!
look at this. I've added the scale. So the scale goes from 103 to 202. But because I haven't set a second position,
Stop reading!
look, it just like fucks up.
Reacted
It doesn't know what to do. So you have to just put in any coordinate, slightly different one, and then it goes, oh yeah.
Stop reading!
said Sonic.
And then this one will become. This is camera. Oh, this is already exported. Okay. Nest.
But he reacted too late because it was already read. All of it. Everyone in the class laughed.
Alright, I'm gonna play this.
Sonic,
Whoa, no! Stop reading!
Said Sonic. But he reacted too late because it was already read. All of it.
Right, it's not loud enough. 5.
Because it was already read. All of it. Everyone in the class laughed, and Sonic felt like an idiot asshole because now everyone knew all about his ball problems. Sonic felt his rage build up inside of him like a pool of lava in a volcano.
I think we can do a slightly better job on the face. Wizard Wireless. Have you seen that TED Talk with Andreas Arato? Yeah, it's great. It's a bit of a short answer, but yeah, it's great. Ever think about doing a CS:GO Lotto episode after everyone's forgotten about it? Could be entertaining. Yeah. Maybe. I think that's the one that H3H3 covered, right? You should learn music theory and become a Dorian historian. I don't get it.
Stop laughing at me! Don't tell anyone!
Shouted Sonic, but everyone was laughing so loud that they did not hear him, and Sonic was just so embarrassed and mad and sad, but more embarrassed.
Oops.
So he ran out of the class fast. Of course he did. Sonic ran to his locker. He ran out of the class fast.
Right. Music suggestion. It'll take like 30 seconds because of the delay. It's easy to type. And export to run out of one. Yeah, right, let's have some Final Fantasy music in.
So he ran out.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna zoom this way in, I reckon. And then we'll add speed stop blur. Oh, it would have been great if he was just blurry. I don't think that's too hard to achieve. Okay. Alright, we're just going to make him blurry. We don't need two horizontal flips. I like the idea that when he goes fast, he doesn't even go that fast, but he does just go super blurry. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, so we've got some artifacting, I think you call that. So we're just going to need to add in a crop. Yeah, I'm going to make him slower too. Oh, wrong way. Okay, so then, yep, that one's blind, and then export it to, so out of class 2, export, and then it's the same parameters as the old one. So we go select copy, paste, and then delete. Is music bothering anyone else? I kind of like the second half of that, but not the first. Maybe it should start with more of an establishing shot. Yeah, I kind of like that. Right, where's my dashboard? Eduardo, I can't do the rolling R's, but I've always wanted to. Ramirez, almost. Have you seen? No, Play Molly at the Grave by Yolo Rhymes. No, I'm suspicious of whatever that is. I'm not playing any bloody Minecraft music either. Creeper Weirdo, you should do a video on Francis E.D. I don't know what that. No, I don't know what that is. Hold on, let me Google it. The Frankenstein Showdown. Oh, okay. Was a U.S. lawyer famous for collapsing into paranoid schizophrenia in the early 60s, henceforth living a life of recluse and mass mailing wild paranoid typewriter-keyed rants around the country. Interesting. Yeah, that might be good, actually. Vinomine. Why you know upload streams? Because it just, I don't know, it clogs the catalog. Maybe on another channel. But I don't know. I prefer to edit things down and just try to have more of the quality content. Than just me rambling into a microphone. But in exchange, I will do more live streams.
Sonic ran to his locker and opened it and screamed into it. He screamed,
This sucks!
and other curse words too.
Shoot! What is the problem?
Said Dad.
I think that's taken from the show.
Shoot!
So that's not too bad.
This sucks!
It's pretty close.
Screamed into it. He screamed,
This sucks!
and other curse words too.
Shoot! What is the problem? Are you mad?
Play some of Beirut's music. The band, not the city. I don't know a whole lot about music, so... I've been told I have awful taste. So, I'm not saying in the videos, I just mean in like real life. Like, I have the musical palette of like a middle-aged woman. Put the streams on a playlist and having them unlisted. Maybe. You don't want hours of this trash. Hold on, trying to find some new music. Give me a sec. Ooh, Yokohama Jazz. Sounds fancy. Yeah, I meant that. That's nice.
Said Dad.
Right, so he runs to his locker. Maybe a little bit before that. And then return that to where it was.
Problem.
Said Tails.
Are you mad?
Said Tails. Sonic was mad, so he nodded.
You should tell everyone that it is okay to have problems with your balls, and that they
This is one of those inspirational moments. A bit of life advice from Emperor Lemon himself.
everyone that it.
Said Tails. Sonic was mad, so he nodded.
You should tell everyone that it is okay to have problems with your balls, and that they probably have problems that they do not want everyone to know about too. So stop laughing at me.
Sonic thought Tails was right. Tails was smart. Knuckles was there too, so he said,
Sonic, what's wrong with your penis and balls?
Sonic was so mad again, so he
It's so fucking juvenile. I never not laugh at that. It's so fucking good.
Not want everyone to know about too. So stop laughing at me.
Sonic thought Tails was right, because Tails was smart.
Oh, hold on. William Harris, what is the backlog of topics like? Do you plan on covering loot boxes or things like that? Or are they less what you prefer to cover? Love your videos. Thank you very much. It's pretty long, but I'd say the number of things I can actually cover is fairly slim. Like, I don't want to do too many things that are too similar. So unless something really happens with a festival, then I probably won't do another one of those, at least not for a while. Loot boxes, anything that's like really that needs to be kind of argued over, I try to keep out of it. Like, if they go, if it's almost like the, loot boxes is kind of hard because unless someone does something obvious to everyone that's ethically wrong, not just arguably ethically wrong, then you end up having to kind of get into the weeds of it, and I really want to avoid that stuff. So I don't know, probably not anything like loot boxes. But if someone makes a loot box scheme and then just steals everyone's money, just straight up takes it, and then doesn't get into the loot boxes or whatever, then sure, I'll cover that. Venomine, look at your chat, damn it, we all want the trash. I'll think about it. I'll think about it, dude, and then I'll get back to you. Oh, dude, Monkey just uploaded a video on Emperor Lemon. Be right back. Uh-oh. Maybe I will be too. Hold on. One moment. No, it looks like a gimmick.
Tails was right, because Tails was smart. Knuckles was there too.
I'll keep this with a simple zoom. So, how you doing? What's new? Did you know you can't say Fredo anymore? It's a racial slur. Any video on Epstein to be made? Kind of tempting. I don't know. If he becomes a big meme, maybe. When would the video for the Great Meme War be coming out? Yeah, I'm not sure. I have thought about that one. I want to find an angle, the least political angle possible, because it bothers everyone. Do you lurk on your own subreddit? Not often. I check it about maybe once or twice a week.
Because Tails was smart. Knuckles was...
I try not to go on Reddit too much. I do use Twitter quite a lot, but that's because it has like an easy DM function, so I can kind of keep in contact with everyone at the same time. If Twitter didn't even have a timeline, I'd probably be using it a lot, just because I talk to people a lot.
Knuckles was there too, so he said,
Sonic, what's wrong with your penis and balls?
Sonic was so mad again, so he punched Knuckles, and was so mad again.
Why does he smile again? Hold on. And his shoulder muscles get larger too. Okay, let's try that.
Sonic was so mad again, so he punched Knuckles, and then he ran away.
Okay, it's just these two layers here. But see, what's going on is this arm has coordinates as well. So if I try to lower this body, then I'll have to reassign all those coordinates. So you just throw it in a nest. And then I only recently discovered this stuff. That's how I'm really amateur with Premiere Pro. I only learned about nesting like a couple months ago. I used to do everything manually.
He was so mad again, so he punched Knuckles, and then he ran away. Mad again, so he punched Knuckles, and then he ran away.
Oh, he's gonna disappear at the airlock. Right. We need to zoom in just a little more. Time to nest.
Was so mad again, so he punched Knuckles, and then he ran away.
Oh, actually, you know what? That only has to be the last coordinate.
Sonic was so mad again, so he punched Knuckles, and then he ran away.
His arm is kind of leaving him there a bit. Nobody noticed that, right? Oh, Luthicarius. I think I got that right. Luthicarius Ratspeed. I hate your voice impregnated my sister and take responsibility. Oh, Jesus. Finally ready to become a father now. Fucking hell. Pool's closed, guys. Any chance of covering some vintage 4chan characters such as Jesse Slaughter? I don't know to sim fuckers, but Epic Beard Man, I know of him. Or Boxy, love your videos. Gamer from Mars recently did a video on, well, not that recently, but did a video on Jesse Slaughter. I thought that was pretty good. Maybe I started doing the Jesse Slaughter one and stopped because it felt too mean. Like it's funny and it's public, but at the same time it's you know, just some foolish girl at age what, 11 or 12 or something, and it's kind of followed her whole life, and now she's got all sorts of emotional problems, and her history is quite sad too. So it's hard to do those kinds of ones. You know, we're like, okay, if I had a channel of like 10,000 subs, yeah, it's pretty easy to do. But because I know that like at least 1 million people are going to see this, you gotta kind of go, oh, she's going to see this, and I don't know. It's hard. I have to be responsible. Puppet Pal Clem. Does a video on AVGN versus irate gamers sound feasible? That's internet history if you ask me. Cool sunglasses face. Maybe. I don't actually know what that is. I've heard of these. I've heard of that acronym, and I think I've heard of irate gamer, but I actually just don't know anything about it. A lot of this stuff, if that's like old YouTube, then I'm not actually that familiar with it. That tends to be more like Emperor Lemon's territory. I wasn't really getting into YouTube till like 2015. I don't think I've ever watched a nostalgia critic video or a angry game nerd video or that sort of thing. Is that? I'm trying to shoot around the ballpark, you know. Equals MC squared. With 1.4k people here, probably no point to say anything, but super glad I found your channel, even if I'm hella late. Only been watching for a couple of weeks, but addicted. Thank you very much for watching. I see you all and hear all. No, I appreciate it, man. It's, people watching my stuff that lets me do this as a job, so I'm very grateful.
Wait. Where Sonic ran to was his next class. It is now second period, so it was okay.
Oh, hold on. I gotta check my messages. Hold tight. Oh, apparently the monkey thing isn't a bit. Well, I might have to go see what's up, so I might have to cut the stream short, fellas. That plus, oh shit, Ryan's supposed to be here in like 2 minutes, so, yeah, now's a pretty good time to wrap up. Thank you very much for coming. I'll keep doing these until the bloody video is out, and that